Hi guys, here again in the bunker. A little bit different speed of video today. I'm going to show you a kit that I put together that resembles something that I used to use a lot earlier in my career. Quick wrist check. We've got a G-Shock. I don't even know what series this is, but I've had it for a really long time. Actually, I haven't used it that rough. For the most part, it was just a watch that I'd wear when I needed to slap on something quick that wasn't made of, metal or that bulky. So today we're going to look at this penetration testing kit. This is for physical and logical security. For those of you who don't know what penetration testing is, it is the art of legally breaking into systems and or physical assets for the purposes of testing the soundness and security posture that is meant to be protected from folks getting in. So that could be social engineering, that could be lockpicking, that could be cybersecurity or information security penetration testing. That could also be also a means of bypassing critical systems or controls. And this kit is designed to do so. We've got some Meritac zipper pulls. This is the Maxpedition pocket case. This thing is not that big. You could actually fit this in your back pocket if you wanted to. And in my old kit, that's what I used to do. So if you open this up, first thing that sticks out is I have a knife in here. The knife wasn't in an original kit. This is a cheap Chinese knife, but it has a glass breaker. And it's also got a seatbelt cutter and a bottle opener. But I just always have a knife in every kit I have. So this makes it a little bit more bulky. But again, I really never run a kit without a knife. All right, small flashlight that I can throw on my hat if I'm doing work in the dark. A couple quick and easy to grab lockpicks. These are from, I really like the half ball design with a little bit of ground down at the top, if you can see that. And then of course a tension wrench with a little bit of grip. I put wire wrap on these. These are half ball, half diamond, I believe is the term. I've never been a lock picking expert, even though I can pick locks, but these are damn good for raking. And then again, a tension wrench with 2 different sizes. So these are just easy to grab. This is a Wi-Fi pineapple. And also this is you could put malicious code on this. It'll run executables as soon as you plug it into a computer. I can write code on my phone, on my laptop, and connect to it from Bluetooth and run the payload. I can do this in C++, Python, Ruby, etc. But these things are pretty cool. You can get these super cheap, like 20 bucks or whatever. But yeah, super cool thing to have. You could run really anything from these. It's really the endless opportunity. Lastly, and because I travel with this case, this is a USB data protector. If you want to charge your phone in a public place, like in an airport, plug this into the thing under your seat, then plug your cord in here. That way no one can jack your data from your phone. Lastly, for this pocket, I have a external Wi-Fi antenna. This is mainly because I run on, and I used to run on my laptop, Kali Linux on a virtual box, and then also an isolated virtual box for things that might be infected with malware. So I can't, with VirtualBox, there used to be a thing where I couldn't use the internal Wi-Fi antenna in my laptop, so I'd plug this in, connect it to the VirtualBox instance, and boom, good to go. So I'll always carry this too. Lastly, on this side, I've got a couple things. I've got some stock keys here, and of course, tops, knives, whistle for distractions. But these are common keys, CH751, and this is a common security key for security panels, fire panels. Same with these two. These are common keys as well for RVs, boxes that are in the back of people's trucks, a a lot of things share keys that probably shouldn't, and this is an example. On this side, we've got a small pry bar, pocket pry bar, pry tool. This is just a thick piece of stainless, to be honest. A technician's screwdriver, so you can switch these bad boys if you need to take something off of somewhere. And then lastly, these are lock shims for the hasp of a lock. So you drive one of these bad boys down into the padlock. It can shim itself between the locking mechanism of the hasp, and then boom, you pull up and you're home free. Because I'm not a lockpicking master, what I am a fan of and very good at is bypassing things quickly, which is the whole point of this. In any real penetration test, which is not what you see from cool guys on Instagram or cool guys in movies, you don't have all that much time to bypass locks. So you may cut them, you may break them, you may rake them, and when you break them, you may replace them with one that looks a lot like the one that was on it to fool people, because that's one of the oldest tricks in the book. If you need to get through a gate and there's security patrols that are going around the facility that you're testing, one of the things you might do when you do reconnaissance is see what kind of locks they're using. You would cut the lock with a pair of mini bolt cutters, and then you would replace the lock with one that you have the key to, so that when security goes around on their rounds, they look at it and think everything's okay. One of the oldest tricks in the book. But like I said, I'm a big fan of getting through things quickly, so I have, this is the Sparrows Eod Kit. This was designed apparently for EOD professionals. So there's a myriad of picks in here. Everything that's in here doesn't come with it. I built this kit custom. So we've got these keys right here. I call these Coffin Keys, or bypass keys, warded lock keys. These you can actually put into a warded lock and just open it right up like a key. You don't need to pick it, you don't need to rake it, you don't really need to do anything. You just stick these suckers in and boom, you turn it. You see which one fits depending on how it's warded, and you can pop it in and open it right up. And I'll do a video on this too, just to demonstrate these. The next set that I have are common keys for wafer locks. So, and notice that I put grip on a lot of these, wire wrap. These are for your typical, you know, cheap gun cabinets, filing cabinets, tool cabinets, anything that's got a wafer lock. You stick these bad boys in, one of them will work, like without fail, very quickly. And that's if a paper clip doesn't work first. Next, these are some comb picks, different sizes, set for different amounts of pins. And then on the end, they actually have different size tension wrenches, so that's kind of nice. Sparrows makes these too. I've got a bunch of these in the kit for different sizes. Again, different amounts of pins. And then I've got a series of tension wrenches, different sizes. So for example, here on the end, you'll see I've got thicker ones, thinner ones, wider ones. There's a couple that I think are pretty universal. And then beyond that, there's a couple things I have. This is a door bypass tool. So you'll stick this in. This will Lloyd a door. So if you've got a gap in between a door and its latch, you can put this in, put it over top of the latch, and pull, and then pull the door, and it'll pull open. Nice little tool. There's a ton of different ways you can make these too. This is like the old credit card trick, right? When you jam your credit card down in there, and you know, the old insurance cards with duct tape over them are great for that. And then I've got a couple other special things. This stabby stab thing right here, which is kind of cool. It looks like a bomb. It's an EOD set. This is for getting into combination locks or what might look like a TSA lock that has a combination. So you can run this on the inside and actually see where the grooves are for what numbers are actually going to decode the lock. And then lastly, a couple specialty picks. This rake is really nice. This is the Eod Rake. Really like this one. But, you know, again, another half ball, half diamond. I load up on those because they're super reliable, different sizes. We got some different rakes and stuff like that because, again, I'm not taking the time to pick anything. Admittedly, and it's always been a joke, I'm really not a very good lock picker, but I can get into a ton of stuff. Just because I've been around the access control systems for so long and the door hardware and all that good stuff, so it's not too tough to get into it. But yeah, this is a simple bypass kit, a penetration testing kit. I didn't have as much fancy stuff back in the day, like these comb picks and everything like this, but it all fits in a nice little package. Something like this with all the bells and whistles will probably cost you about, I don't know, probably about 80, 90, 100 bucks, give or take. But it's really worth it if you want to get into the hobby, or if you're in the InfoSec realm and you're already kind of on the logical security side and you want to start learning about physical penetration testing. It's always a cool thing to learn, is a little bit more about the physical side of things. Or if you're on the physical side and you don't have a background in NetSec or CyberSec, there's a lot of cool tools out there where people will teach you how to do things, and a lot of good certifications that I've done over the years that I could recommend. So all fits into one case, super nice and compact, and actually again, you could probably build something like this for a total of about 150, 200 bucks, and ton to learn, and it's a rabbit hole to go down. So hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll do a little bit more on lock picking down the road and raking and bypass, but I figured this was a good primer just to introduce you to the kit that I use. Take care.